stage Parul Goel of Zee Entertainment and Nathalie Lethbridge of Vudoo, who are going to be talking about how you can tap into FAST to reach new audiences. Please put your hands together. Thanks.
Hi everyone, Nathalie Lethbridge, Vudoo. Parul Goel from Zee. So just a quick snapshot of Zee for those of you who are not aware of the scale of Zee. It is really literally one of the largest content companies in the world. It has a reach of 1.3 billion, of which at least 500 million is outside of India, producing 500 hours of content every week. In 12 different languages. Gives you a size of the scale of Zee. Wow. And so today we're talking about FAST and Zee's activities in FAST. FAST currently valued at 4 billion and forecast to grow to, I think, anything between 12 and 15 billion in the next 4 years. So an area which is obviously high growth. So two behemoths coming together, exciting times. How do they fit? What are you up to?
Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Just 2 minutes off. 2 minutes off.
First of all, I will say we are attending Future of Media, and I believe this is Future of Media. So we should give a round of applause to each other and congratulate each other that yes, we will make this industry a more stable, economical, and way forward, much beyond anyone's expectations. So please give a round of applause to each other.
It's true. We're all surfing a lot of change at the moment, and consumer behaviour ahead of us, and we're trying to adapt to that and create standards and measurements and build a common framework so that we can all actually continue to monetize content that then gets produced, that then monetizes the next wave of content. So thank you for reminding us of that, Parul.
Thank you. So FAST journey for us started last year at the same conference. So I want to thank Future of Media and the Advantage Events Group for this. It was a very high competition internally because we have offices across the globe and everyone was trying to venture into and launch FAST channels because all other broadcasters across the globe, they were launching FAST channels like left, right, and center. Today we know there are hundreds of FAST channels on various different platforms. But it was a challenging task, and eventually my territory, UK and Europe, was the first in Zee to launch it internationally. The first channel was in Germany, Zee1, on Samsung TV Plus, and we are going to be starting on Zee1 on other platforms as well in that region. The next set of FAST launches happened in the UK, which is last month. It was on Freeview Connected, where we launched Zee World, Zing, and a food channel called Zest. There is another regional channel coming up, Zee Punjabi. So the idea of FAST is to utilize the content which is targeted at niche communities, and people are already consuming it through various means, through AVOD or through other means, piracy, and keeping our premium content like Zee TV, which is a general entertainment channel, and a Zee Cinema, a Bollywood movie channel, away from this FAST set of channels. So the content selection for these channels was a challenging task. And then the technical integration. I mean, when I first learned about technical integration, I thought it's too much. It's a science, building a rocket. I can't do it. But eventually, in some time, when we had good discussions with our tech partners, it was simple. We stick to the basics, and here we are. So within a year, we are up and running with 5 FAST channels in the UK and Europe. And I'm happy to say that the one which we launched in Germany, Zee1, it's a completely 100% dubbed German language channel, and it is in top 3 on Samsung TV Plus. So it is delivering close to 1 million hours of viewing each month.
That's enormous. I want to just take up one point that you've made that I think is quite unique about Zee, And you talk about niche channels, and typically in FAST, you've had niche channels that have been single-focused channels, either single brands that are being able to exploited or conversation topics. In your case, it's about communities that have been underserved and have, in some cases, had to go to pirated sites in order to find their contents. That's, to me, what is so exciting about what you're doing, is that you're actually enabling access to content for these communities that are diaspora communities across the world. And you're in charge of EMEA, so can you tell us a little bit more about how you've addressed that and how you've thought about the communities that you're addressing? You've got 12 languages that represent those communities, and what that means to you, and even more important, what that means to your ability to go out there and monetize that from the point of view of advertisers, communities they haven't been able to reach before.
Certainly, it's a very good question. We have enormous content, and we have very good partnerships with various dubbing houses and other production houses who can subtitle our content. Like Germany, the choice of Germany the reason was 1 in 6 German person has seen or is watching Indian content each week for at least 2 hours. I mean, why will we not start producing content or giving content or feeding them with the content which they are watching and liking? And that's the reason, I mean, in first month itself, we are seeing close to 1 million hours of viewing. So that's a community we have reached in Germany. And the similar way in Nordics and in Benelux countries, we have been approached by the platforms after seeing the success of Zee1 in Germany, that they want to have a Zee World, which is our English dubbed general entertainment channel, to be given to them. So we are talking to them to serve the communities which are underserved by the local content. They are seeing a lot of English content from everywhere. However, when it comes to any other non-English content, they are underserved. So that's how we are targeting them.
It's a different version of local content, which is based on cultural commonalities rather than geographical commonalities. So from an advertising point of view, that must be quite interesting for your in terms of monetization. Have you made any specific moves? Are you seeing a rush to fill the inventory around those channels, because they would have been hard to get to beforehand?
Well, to be honest, my Zee1 is running at 100%. And in the UK, we have Zee5, which is a streaming platform. We are running close to 105%. Don't ask me how.
What did you just say? How does that work in practice, and how does that translate?
So when it comes to filling up the inventory, I believe the way we are serving and we are talking and building a relationship with advertisers and agencies is, it's a very targeted audience. When the audience comes in, they stay there for 51 minutes or 63 minutes or, like anything which is 40, 50 minutes plus. Not a 15, 20 minute streaming platform viewership or a free viewership and then go away. So they're very targeted, and the ads, the CTR rate and all other metrics for them, which they want, they're happy with the results. So that's why.
So you're managing to preserve the value of your buyers.
And we are serving the mainstream audiences outside the UK. It will be serving mainstream audiences in the UK as well with Zee World. So yeah, we are happy. We are happy with the progress.
And so what are your challenges? There's two things in that question. One is, obviously your growth trajectory, and you can see one where you've got 12 languages, you're addressing only a couple of those, so there's obviously reaching the other diaspora that you have in EMEA and making sure that you launch to those capabilities. And the other one is really preserving the value of your content and making sure that you really make advertisers aware of the impact that you're able to bring.
Certainly, I mean, the challenge is how to get the 1% of the 7 billion.
1% of the
7 billion.
7 billion in revenue for FAST. You're heading there with 100%, or is it 105% you said fill rate? Oh, that's unbelievable.
And this is the biggest challenge, is the technical integrations with various platforms.
Okay.
Because various platforms, they have different criteria and the different parameters. And it's the marketing of the content above all. When I say marketing of the content, it's the discoverability. Some platforms, they welcome you with open arms, and they work with you. They do joint efforts for marketing, whereas some platforms, they say, here's the journey, you go on your own. So there is a bit of challenge in both sides in terms of technical integration and marketing of the content. I don't see a challenge in content, whether it's dubbing or it's content selection or is it subtitling. I don't see a challenge in there, or even in scheduling of the programs.
So it's really surfacing the awareness of that content. Let's go back to, I think, something that's been discussed a lot today, which is leveraging a multi-channel network and how you are doing that in terms of creating awareness, building communities, driving people to, for instance, your fast services.
We are not mixing it. So, for example, our channels on Sky and Virgin, we are not advertising anything related to free.
Okay.
Because
That's interesting.
Yes.
No cross-promotion.
Absolutely, and we need to honor that our premium audiences which pay to watch Zee TV and Zee Cinema, they are not the target audience for us for these fast channels. They are the target audience outside when they're not watching our channels on Sky. But we are not proactively promoting anything free on our premium platforms. We are promoting fast on our AVOD platforms, and we have adopted a very simple and basic marketing strategy for awareness. Like, it's a normal linear channel. As for a viewer, it is a TV channel. They press a number and they watch it. So it's a content-driven rather than a channel-driven strategy.
So explain that in terms of what an awareness campaign might look like. Is it what you're saying is that you would address the fast awareness campaign in terms of where it's located, much the same way as you would address any awareness campaign of any channels by building, is it above-the-line marketing, online marketing? How do you draw people into your presence on these platforms?
If we take an example of, let's say, Z1 in Germany, the first thing we did was we already had close to 500,000, I think, or 1 million followers on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere. So the first point of contact to reach those people that, yes, Z1 is available in Germany was through digital marketing. It was a paid sponsorship marketing which went on to digital platforms. And we are now also planning to do affiliate marketing with people or agencies in Germany, by which they will also promote Z1 through their own platforms. One of the examples is we have spoken to like a restaurant chain in Germany which serves Indian food. They have close to, I think, 30-40 restaurants across everywhere. And people who are kind of like Indian food, they will be the first one to try the Indian television channel in their own language. So this sort of a partnership we have started. We are not trying to do anything off the board, like go outside and do 1,000 billboards everywhere else. No, we are not trying that, because it's return on investment is also a big key factor when it comes to marketing.
So going back to FAST as a medium, you are operating across multiple mediums and multiple business models. What do you think FAST offers that others don't for you? I mean, we've talked about, for instance, the ability to build an experience across a specific community that the economics weren't there to address it in a premium streaming service. But what is to you, when you go and pitch your FAST services to the advertisers, what to you is the incremental value or the value of a FAST versus something else?
I'll answer it in two points. The first is it helps me achieve my targets.
Yeah, it's doing very well, so definitely, yes.
And the second thing is when we go and pitch FAST to our different platforms and different advertisers, it's a different set of audiences which they get on the FAST channels, because the one thing which we provide to those advertisers and agencies is the stickiness. Anyone who's watching our channels, they are sticking around for minimum 40 to 50 minutes.
That's amazing.
So
on a streamed service.
On a streamed service.
That's a lot.
So like recently.
A daily.
On a daily basis. Yeah.
Average daily. That's
average daily.
Huge engagement. Huge engagement. If you're looking at engagement as a metrics, which we were talking about earlier.
Absolutely.
That's a pretty significant and happy number.
And especially in this region of UK and Europe, we are the only Indian broadcaster serving the communities in different languages. So yeah, it's a first mover advantage at the moment. So we'll try to sustain this. Let's see, fingers crossed. We should be able to sustain this going forward as well and give more content on FAST or any other platform by which viewers should be able to enjoy and get entertained.
So with that in mind, just quickly, because we're running out of time, what's the plans for the future for you in the immediate future in the EMEA region for which you're responsible?
Well, to grow and monetize as much content as we can. The next step is Nordics and Benelux for us, and more channels in the UK and Europe. Also growing our Zee, which is a streaming platform which reaches tremendous amount of users, and it's a pay and AVOD both. So it's a hybrid model to grow it by at least 20-30% in the next 2 to 3 years.
Wow, that's really encouraging. Thank you.
Thank you very
Parul.
much.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone.